crafters, I'm Daniela with DD's Art Workshop. If you like staying on a budget and DIYs, this channel is for you. For today's DIY, I'm part of the Open Challenge Christmas in July, hosted by 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, Mama Can Make That, Crafty Cove DIY, and The Rusted Willow. I will include their YouTube channels in the description below and the full playlist where you can find other awesome crafters and Christmas in July DIYs. We will be making 2 DIYs based on 2 of my favorite movies and 2 traditional DIYs. My first DIY is inspired by one of my favorite Christmas movies, Elf, of course. Let's jump right in and let's get crafty. For this first DIY, I purchased this pizza pan from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to be sanding it down with some sandpaper. With a paper towel, I'm cleaning my surface. And I found this chalk pen at Dollar Tree. I have a white one, but I couldn't find it, so I'm just going to use this gold one. And I'm just going to use it to mark my lines. This is going to be Elf's Spotty or Betty. What I love about these chalk pens is that if you make a mistake, you can just wipe it off with a paper towel. If you're having trouble making both sides of the collar the same size and shape, just use some tissue paper, draw the collar side that you've already drawn, and just make a little stencil for yourself, and that way you can just draw the other collar the same size. And okay guys, now we are ready to paint our pizza pan. I will be using acrylic paints for this entire project. And if you're subscribed to my YouTube and follow me on Instagram, you know I love working with pizza pans because there's just so many DIYs you can do with them. Also, make sure to check out my pizza pan playlist where you can find more DIYs that I've made using pizza pans from Dollar Tree. Here I am just using a gold paint pen and you can just find these at any craft store. I purchased mine at Michael's. I have already given Elf's body 3 coats of each color to give it a better coverage. And now with this gold glitter, I'm just gonna go over the belt to give it a little bit of a sparkle. Now let's outline to give it more of a pop. And of course, don't forget to always seal your work. Moving along to Buddy's face, I purchased this thick poster board at Dollar Tree. And I have already drawn Buddy's face, and this version is kind of like a baby Buddy elf. And I found some cartoon versions on Google and I kind of just mixed the 2 versions because they were just so cute. This super cute Buddy the Elf can be placed beside your chimney or just somewhere around your house. It's super cute and it stands up just leaning against anything. Now let's move along to our second DIY inspired by another favorite Christmas movie, The Grinch. For this DIY, I had this Dollar Tree sign, which I loved because this is going to be perfect for my Grinch sign. I'm just going to be removing the ribbon behind it, and I'm just going to take out the staples. Now I'm going to want a clean surface to paint on these particle wood signs, and what I decided to do is to peel off the front, and it's really stuck on there. You can sand it off if you'd like. I decided to go this route, and I'm just gonna peel it off, but it's gonna be kind of hard. So what I did here is that I got a razor blade and I kind of just scraped on it, and it's gonna take you a while, but with persistence and patience you can get it all off. Okay, so now that my signs are clean, we are gonna go ahead and paint. I'm gonna be using the 3 colors that were on the cartoon, and it's gonna be like a lime green, a red, and a darker green. And I wanted to show you something really quickly. If your surface is not super smooth, you can always just sand it down with some sandpaper and take off the roughness. If there's a little bit of rough, it's okay because I think it makes it look more wood-like and it makes it look more rustic, so it's not a problem. Okay, and now for the fun part. We get to add the words, and I'm gonna go ahead and make them very cartoony, just like the movie. Okay, now that we have our signs made, I am going to be using this red tape that I bought at Dollar Tree and a white pool noodle, and this is going to be the pole. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap the tape around our pool noodle to give it that candy cane look. Okay, so we're gonna put our pool noodle aside, and with this green floral block, we're gonna just place it inside a clay pot. With a knife, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the top. That way it's the same height as my clay pot. You're going to want to add some weight to your clay pot, that way it's heavier. I only had a few rocks, but I'm going to go ahead and buy more to fill it in so it's more weighed down. The more rocks, the better, so it's heavier. And you don't have to buy these rocks, you can always just find some in your backyard. Okay, so now we will be using this Dollar Tree broom. We're only going to be using the stick, so just remove the bottom portion. And the little top black part, it just comes right off and you're not going to need that part. So your broomstick is going to go right in your pool noodle, and it goes in right like this. And what you're going to do is you're just going to insert your broomstick inside your foam brick. And I did notice my pool noodle was a little bit long, so with a razor blade, I'm simply gonna cut the portion that I do not want. And this is actually not gonna be enough. I'm gonna be cutting off a little bit more, you will see, and it's gonna be a total of 6 inches that I'm gonna be cutting off my pool noodle. I had this large ornament sphere at home from last year, and it fits perfectly on top of my pool noodle, and I'm just going to be using it to glue it down at the top, and I'm going to be spray painting it with this metallic. When you're finally ready to display your Grinch sign, make sure to put some snow underneath to cover your clay pot. And this is your final look that looks so cartoony and so whimsical. I'm loving the look. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Our third DIY is inspired by the traditional Frosty the Snowman. For this DIY, I'm going to be using this thrifted frame, and I'm going to be painting it in white. And these paint mixing sticks come in a pack of 3 at Home Depot, and they're about 98 cents each packet. And I'm going to be cutting them with a saw. I'm marking them down, that way this is going to be my back of the frame. Okay, now that my painting sticks are cut down the way I want them, I'm going to go ahead and paint them in this color, and it's a chalky finish. And the color is Whisper. Once all 15 sticks are painted, I'm gonna hot glue them down to the back of the frame. So this is what my back looks like, and I've already drawn a vintage classic Frosty. And I thought this was a very nice DIY because it's a traditional Christmas decor that we all used to use and we all used to see when we were kids, and I thought I would draw it in a picture frame, but give it a little twist with these paint sticks. And I thought that this vintage classic picture frame also gave it that old school look. And of course, don't forget to seal your work. And this is your final look. A classic Frosty the Snowman on this super cute vintage frame. Our fourth DIY is inspired by the one and only gingerbread cookie, and this is gonna be a gingerbread cookie decor. Make sure to check out my description for a exclusive discount code for you, where you can too purchase some awesome wood slices that already come with the design and you can just paint away. It's so awesome because you can also find for other holidays, other occasions, and also some blank circle slices where you can make wreaths and all sorts of neat DIYs. On this gingerbread man that I'm working on, I love that he already has the little face drawn on, so I'm just going to be making him more personalized, and here I'm just going to be shading the outer gingerbread cookie to make him look a little bit more realistic. I'm using a little Dollar Tree sponge, and I love it because it's so simple to use. I'm just dabbing it all around the cookie. Make sure to check out Cottage Woodshop for this super cute gingerbread cutout. And I really hope that you enjoyed my take on this gingerbread cookie DIY. I really hope that you enjoyed this Christmas in July challenge, and these DIYs are really getting me in the Christmas spirit, and it reminds me of Luke 2:10, "Fear not, for behold I bring you good things of great joy, which shall be to all people." Don't forget to like, subscribe, spread love, kindness, and stay crafty.